All right, we'll switch gears now from, the very sad incident. I remember in 2023 what I called a massacre on the plateau. Over 100 people killed on Christmas Eve. And we hope this is going to be over pretty soon. That's why we're calling on government. It's their job to protect us. There's no way about it. But let's talk politics away from this. So we're going to go back to that issue maybe much later. Let's bring in our guest, Manso Kurugu. He is a spokesperson of the Kwankwasiyya movement. Joins us virtually from Kano State. Mr. Kurugu, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much, and good morning, Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, I wish I can hear you. I can see you're joining us from our Kano studios. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I hear you correctly and clearly. But maybe let's try. We've seen that your principal, Robbie Kwankwaso, has actually moved. And everybody is now looking at what the political permutation is looking like. What informed this movement? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. And I believe, just like most of Nigerians and political analysts, we have understand that Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso's defection into ADC and joining other political heavyweight is all about two mega projects. Number one is the Save Nigeria project, and then number two is the Save Democracy project. Why we call it a Save Nigeria project is a situation where we are witnessing what APC-led government has been doing over a period of time, trying to ensure that all the governors have moved to APC, and they even ensure that there is no credible opposition. And we believe Nigerians deserve better, and that is why we are not surprised when we see our grad leader, Senator Dr. Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, have decided to join other heavyweights to ensure we provide, a strong platform for the opposition, a strong platform not only for opposition, but where Nigerian citizens can be able to go there and get a candidate credible that represent the interest and yearning of every Nigerian, a ticket that is more inclusive, a ticket that is more pro-masses, not only for people within the government. And of course, we are not surprised that Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso have decided to take this kind of decision. And of course, we have seen how strategic he has always been. Irrespective of a political party, he ensured there is a platform where all his followers across the country rally around and always wait for that final decision to be made collectively as a movement, as Kwankwasiyya. And now you can see within just 24 hours, we were able to have mobilized and engage our members across the country and collectively move to ADC. And of course, that really means a lot in Nigerian politics. To many people, they consider it more like kickstarting the actual process of saving our democracy and saving the country.
For those of us who are patriotic Democrats, we always want to see an opposition. So whatever opposition can come together. When the APC were on the opposition, we enjoyed formidable opposition until they kicked out the PDP. Now the PDP is, I don't know where they are. Maybe they'll find their feet. So maybe everybody's looking in the direction of the ADC. But we cannot dispute the political capital that Robbie Kwankwaso is bringing to the table, even though he's a bit more Kano-centric. But that number is significant. Last election, as presidential election, he scored over 1 million votes. In fact, the governorship election, Abba Yusuf scored over 1 million votes to win the governorship, the only governor that had that number. And now I understand, I think Nasser Gawuna is also coming into the ADC, who scored about 900,000 votes under the APC. So in terms of numbers, it looks good. Where I'm going to with that is to the effect that, what is he, because somebody like him cannot just join a party without something on the table. What is that thing on the table? Presidency, vice presidential candidate? What exactly has he disclosed that to you?
Okay, so before I respond to that, which would have a very brief answer, I just want to correct some impression that a lot of people are having about Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, that he's more Kano-centric. So maybe people really need to widen their own understanding about politics. Every single politician that is grassroots politician that really works with people and go for the people's vote, not using other means or incentivization to gain support of the people, must be a specific geographic centric. Because no matter how strong you are, no matter how relevant you may feel you are, nobody is very, very strong in every single part of the country. So every politician, if you are a national politician, we would expect to see your strength in your state first. And then, of course, winning election at the national level requires a lot of collaboration and partnership with other political heavyweights across other states. So people are leveraging on other people's capital, in their states to be able to win a national election. But the most important thing is for you to be very grounded and strong in your state and be able to bring something tangible from that part. For example, in 2023, you just mentioned it, Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso got massive votes in Kano State. Does the APC-led government candidate got that kind of votes in his own state? I think he even failed to Labour Party. So that doesn't show how strong that particular candidate was, but it shows how strong Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso was, even though he was having a small political party at that point of time, which he joined less than a year into the election. So now, people that always have this mindset that Kwankwaso is Kano-centric, I think they really need to look at the politics beyond that dimension. They really need to get a wider spectrum that make an assessment. Now, speaking to having Gawuna in the political party, of course, that is what happens when you make a platform that is so attractive, when you make a platform that is so inclusive, when people know there will be a just and fairness when they join your place, and when you open your door and allow people to be able to join. And of course, we are just seeing at the beginning of it, a lot of more people are going to come because they believe Kwankwasiyya movement and Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso is somebody who, when he said, I am for you, he will make sure he deliver. Now, talking about what is there for him, Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso and most of the people that we now have in the ADC, including Atikus and Obis and Amechis and El Rufais and Tambos and all of them, they are now facing the same issues that Nigerians are facing. Our country is draining. Inflation is extremely high. Insecurity is everywhere. I just had the conversation you are having about the recent attack in Rukuba, Angor Rukuba and all of that. So the country is already draining, and our democracy is facing a threat. And these are the two key things that define the existence of mankind: the governance and the way a government is going to be elected. So every well-meaning Nigerian must work
Mr. Akurugo, before I let
as the secondary and focus on saving the country. And I think that is what we are now
Mr.
seeing.
Akurugo, my apologies, I will need to butt in because of time.
That participated in the 2023 election.
If you allow me, Mr. Akurugo, if you can hear me.
Clearly that only one person, either out of them or even from another place, will come and emerge as the candidate.
All right, if you can hear me, Mr. Akurugo,
willing to make a lot of sacrifice to ensure that Nigerians have a platform where they can challenge the misgovernance and the poor treatment of the APC in this country. So I think at this point, it's not
Mr. Akurugo, I will need to butt in because of time. If you allow me to butt in because of time, my apologies. So you have said a lot of lovely things, except you didn't answer my question. And my question was direct. What is it in? What is it for him? Presidency? No, because of time.
So what I'm saying is this: at this point of time, there is no, that kind of conversation of, okay, you are going for president, you are going for vice president. We all know he wants to contest for president. And this is a politics, and we are going to see where that will take us to. Whether he will become the president, or he will become the vice presidential candidate, or there would be a different arrangement. But whatever it is, we are open to ensuring that Nigerians get a proper and credible options comes 2027 election.
So let me ask you this question before I let you go, because when the push will come to shove, at the time when we will be clear on who is what in each of the political parties, we're not going to be asking political questions. We'll do the permutation. We're going to ask some questions that pertain to Nigerians. Politicians have their own thing. Nigerians want something different, which is good governance. And so, what in terms of policy direction, for instance, what will Kwankwaso, since you're the leader and the spokesperson of the Kwankwasiyya movement, now we're struggling under the impact of the fuel price and all of that, would he also subscribe to removing subsidy? And if he removes subsidy, how will he manage it? Let's use the word better than Bola Tinubu, the president, has done.
So the first and most important thing is that everybody must be learning So when you come into the governance, you really need to understand what is going on, and then of course come with policies that are promises. So one thing we can guarantee you is that if Kwankwaso should become the Nigerian president, all his policies are going to be promises policy. At this point, I mean, it's too early, premature to be able to say, okay, this is what I will do on fuel, this is what I'm going to do on education and insecurity and all of that. But what we know is that whatever decision is going to be,
yes,
it's going to be very inclusive, and it is going to be promises.
Yeah, Mr. Kruger, we're going to be engaging you a lot more. And I don't agree with you, and I don't accept on behalf of Nigerians that you don't know what to do. As at this time, you should know what to do. Because we'll be asking you questions around alternative.
I am not saying that we don't know.
Mansa Kruger, we'll bring you back. My apologies. Mansa Kruger, the spokesperson of the Kwankwasiyya movement. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having me.